Hello everyone and welcome back to Introduction to OPCloud. This session talk about more advanced options on saving and loading menus. Let's start with the save and load menus. As we've seen before, this is the save and respectively we have also the load menus. They look pretty much the same. We have in the menu several options. The first option is changing the view. First, let's see the current view. The current view of the screen shows us the searching for model, different view options that we'll cover soon, the current folder and folder path. Here I'm in Home and Models Calculation folder. I have the recent models that I've worked on, the 5 recent models that I've opened from the last that I opened to a more older one, the 5th older one. Hovering will show me the model details. Here I have the subfolder pane, and here I have the current models inside that specific folder. At the bottom of the screen, I have the option to create new folder in the current position folder. I have option to rename a folder or model, go back, or cancel and close in the screen. The different views can show us with the list mode. In the list mode, we have the folder tree on the left. We have our models arranged according to the order of alphabetical. We have the description if inserted. We have the date and the author who created the model. I can change the order according to the model name or description, and so on. If I want to create a folder in the list view, I have the icon of creating a new folder. Another views that in default are not shown are the versions and archived model. Each model that has not been opened for 90 days will be automatically archived and will not be shown. I can select a model and archive it manually. If I want to take it out from the archive and present it, either it was automatically or handfully, I need to show the archived model, select it, and de-archive it. For example, I can select a model and archive it. Here you will see that another column was added. Is it archived? Yes or no? Now I will toggle the show archive to its default, and I can no longer see the model, so my model will not be crowded. If I want to see archive model, I will toggle it back on, select the model, and click Restore. I can switch it back. The versions is a mechanism in OPCloud that shows us every time we save the model or auto-saved, it is a version of the model. Currently, in OPCloud, the default is not to show the versions. When I click it, you can see the models. The icons, I will now switch the view for an easier option. You can see that each model has its own version folder, and each model has its automatically auto-saved model. The icons of the model are presented like that. A model that I have a write permission to has an icon like that. A model that I have a read permission but not a write permission is presented with a lock. An autosave model will be presented with the icon of arrows going around. Let's go and see the turbojet engine system versions. We go into the folder, and here you can see all the versions that were created. OPCloud automatically saves a version each time you click Save. But it's not forever. It saves up to 10 versions in a single day, and then a version for a week, and then a version for a month, up to a total of 12, meaning that you can see a model from a month ago, a week ago, and all the ones that you've done on the same day. This way, if you change a model or lost it, you can retrieve it from the versions models. We are planning, of course, to enhance that mechanism in order to combine model and so on. You can use the compare model to see the difference between versions of your own model. This will be explained later on. Let's close and go back. Now we have the path of the folder. We can go back to our folder and again see whatever we want to see. Let's change the view. Let's try and create a new folder. I create a name and create a temporary folder name. Click OK. A folder will be created. Once select, I can rename the folder. I can remove the folder if it's empty. I can also rename it from this icon here. For example, select it, rename it, and change it to temp. Now it is changed. I can select it, remove the folder. It will ask me whether I want to remove the folder. If there is a model inside it, an error message will be presented. Please note that sometimes a folder can look like it's empty because you don't see the versions or the archived model within it. If you see a message telling you that a model is not empty, but you do not see any models in it, change the view to see archived and versioned models. Searching for a model can be very tedious. This is why we're giving two options. First, selecting a model from the search, I can type the model name. For example, let's go back one model and just trying to start writing a model. And you can see there is several models here. And if I want to include subfolders, after 3 letters, I will click on the subfolder and will get all the options inside it. If I will continue, it will narrow down the research. I will find it. Clicking on it will just open the model. As I can see it now, it opens it in a new tab. The save screen is the same screen, but here you cannot search in subfolder, and you have the model name and description to change. If you want to rename a model, select it and you can rename it. You don't need to save as it. If you will save as, it will replace the model to a newer model. Thank you.